Okay, so this is a brief video on the Clockify using the TimeTracker entries instead of calendar. So if you prefer to use a timer, this is where you're going to want to go. You can see on the top left here under the Clockify insignia, I'm on TimeTracker. That is a linear kind of version of input. So if you're more comfortable with this totally works. You can see the entries that I added in the last session. But what you're essentially going to do is you're going to tap the project and say, I'm on the clock. And I'm going to hit the start button to start the timer. Real quick though, you'll see next to the start button there are two insignias or two icons, the clock, which is where we're at, or the list view, which allows you to just manually enter the time if you prefer this view. So I'm going to start the timer. And obviously this is, I'm not going to let it go for a full hour, but I can stop it and then I can go through and I can edit it. So you'll see here today, on the clock towards the bottom of the screen, there's a little 2 next to the entries. So one of them was from 7:30 to 12, that one's fine. The other one is for less than a minute, 11:15 to 11:16, and I can go ahead and go into that and edit the time. So I got back from lunch at 2, so I'm gonna put 1400, and I worked until 4, so I'm just gonna put 4 o'clock p.m., which again, I could have done 1600 and that would have worked as well. But there's your entries in linear format. When you go back at the calendar, you'll see that that's added there as well. So both these views are just two different ways of doing the same thing. Again, the key element here, no gaps in your schedule, and make sure that you've selected the appropriate project because that's how we are sorting the reports.